All right, and welcome to Everyone's a Critic. I'm your host, Johnny Gill, with my co-host, Sean Ellis. Sean, say what's up to the people.
What's up, everybody?
Championship has concluded.
Yes.
It seems like 10 weeks ago, it seems like we would not be here.
Yeah. Just started around my birthday time.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, season's over.
Season's over. Summer, the most competitive season for sure. Another classic. The matchup that we had tonight, they didn't fail us, of course.
No.
You know what? I think this was perfect for us because we've been hoping for a good final for quite some time, and a lot of times, it comes up a little bit short. It'll be interesting at some point, but then it'll get a little out of hand, and then
Right.
we left disappointed. Semifinals never disappointed, but we had the perfect matchup for that, and I think both teams delivered. I think we had an action-packed night. Shout out to both teams. Shout outs to everyone that came and supported and hopped on the YouTube to watch it live. But let's go ahead and go over our recap. If you haven't heard, Hip Hop and Roll is the summer 2025 champs. They defeat Lightwork 84-80 in the Thriller. Trailed as many as 14. It's going to lead us right into our 3 in the key. Down 14, they come all the way back and win the game. I think the thing that stood out to me the most, I think we talked about this in our previous episode, the team that has the most composure is going to win the game. And in this case, I thought both teams actually showed great composure.
Yeah.
But one team showed a little bit more than the other. And I think it was a different type of composure that was lost tonight from Lightwork. Instead of imploding and, getting down and pointing fingers and this and that, it was more getting ahead of themselves. I think they lost focus on what they needed to do to win and really like put their foot on Hip Hop Roll's neck. And I think they really squandered a great opportunity. Up 14, instead of really pressing the issue and keeping doing what works, I think they got away from that. They got a little big headed and did a little bit too much talking, not focusing. I thought AD called a great timeout because things were really, really starting to unravel. A couple players disagreed with the timeout. I thought it was a great timeout. AD saw what was happening. I think he had some great leadership right there, stepping up and, hey guys, we got to settle down. Let's communicate. Let's do this. I think they tried, but they were just, the moment just got too big. And I think hip hop just really had a little bit more championship grit than they did, a little bit more focus. And for that reason, they're your 2025 champs right now.
Absolutely. I think they blew their opportunity. Not just to win a championship, but I think they had an opportunity, but like I said, they were up 14, like I said, put their foot on their neck and crush them. Up 14, they called timeout. Hip Hop and Roll. They called timeout, and immediately out of the timeout, they go on a 7-0 run. So that 14-point lead went down to 7 in like two minutes, probably less than that, immediately. And I think that was their opportunity where they were feeling themselves, and I think they do this sometimes. They got lax. They felt a little too good. So the stuff they were doing early on, they continued to kind of get downhill and stuff like that. But defensively, they weren't as locked in, and they kind of started letting shooters shoot, not getting the hand up on shooters, not rebounding, doing the things that I think helped. That I think they probably didn't realize got them in the league. Was like, yes, you were scoring, you were getting downhill, getting and ones, but you were also rebounding and you were defending extremely well. Like midway through the second, if I'm wrong, had 20 points. But like 5 minutes ago, for halftime, they only had 20 points, 34-20. They only had 20 points. So you're locked down defending and rebounding very well, and you kind of got that 14-point lead. And I think they just got a little lax when they should have kept doing the things they were doing. And something that had to do with Rob down foul trouble. I think he got 4 fouls in the second quarter.
Not having him out there.
Yeah. And I think during that stretch, I think he came out because he got his 4th foul, and I think that probably didn't help that.
I thought Lightwork set the tone too. Like they had a different kind of energy, a kind of sense of urgency out there, and they just looked different. They didn't look like it at the moment. It didn't look like they were front running. It looked like they were focused. But for whatever reason, once that league got to 14, then you just started to see a little bit of arrogance, little characteristics that didn't need to be displayed.
Absolutely. They just felt a little too good, and then and shout out to our coach P Lightfoot. He was the catalyst to kind of that comeback. You know, I mean, he hit 2 big 3s, screaming, saying the shark is whatever. He's getting into it with guys. He really kind of got them going.
He called his team out.
Called his team out, held them accountable. And you know, he made that run. He made that run personal. Like it was a 7-0 run, cut into 7. And just think about if it was 7 points in the other way. If Lightwork gets up 21, I think the game's over.
I think so too.
You know, if they would have came out of that timeout
same thing
with the same focus and went on a 7-0 run themselves, got like 20, 21 points, I think the game's probably over. I don't know if they recover from that.
Yeah.
But it went 7 points the other way and became a 7-point game. And now they have a lot of momentum going to halftime.
How much were they done at halftime?
They got
30, 34, 29?
Something like that, yeah.
I think that's right, yeah.
So, I mean, it's just it was a well played game. It was a great game. Obviously, I didn't expect Hip Hop Roll to quit by any means. I expected them to make a run at some point. So, and they did. Because they're a championship team. They're a great team. They're our first champion.
They hit 4 threes in the last minute.
Yeah, light work.
They made it interesting.
Very, very interesting. But shout out to Hip Hop Roll too because they made the free throw. I don't think they missed it.
If they would have missed them free throws, it would have got real crazy.
I almost want to say they went 8 for 8.
Yeah.
You know, so think if they missed one. Yeah. Somebody missed one. I can't remember who it was. Somebody did it. So I think they went 7 for 8. So think if they went 4 for 8 or 5 for 8 down that stretch.
3 for 8.
They went 3 for 8. They were lost.
Yeah, because they was hitting every 3. KJ hit 3. Alex hit 1 out of 2. They start hitting. Yeah. Got a little spooky at the end right there.
Yeah. So if they don't make their free throw, they might have lost this game. Yeah. Down straight. So
that would have been a crazy way to lose the game.
Oh man. So shout out to them for going up there and being clutch and knocking out your free throw.
Absolutely. Okay, now for our And the Award Goes To segment, we do this at the end of each season. We're gonna recap we talked about last episode. Our first team is going to be announced. Second team, third team is going to be official, and then we're going to do our defensive teams. We'll announce that on Instagram. I know some of you guys are lobbying to be in such spots, so we're going to make sure we take care of y'all. We'll announce both first and second team on Instagram for all Cypress defensive teams. But for the all Cypress teams. We'll start from the bottom. We'll go third team first. Third team, we got Jalen Batee. We got Biodex. We got CJ. We have Paul and Josh.
Good third team. Really good third team. I mean, depending on the season, that could possibly be a first team.
You got 2 lockdown guards. You got a great shooter in CJ. You have a rim protector in Josh, and you have
do everything in Paul.
Yeah, I would say he's Swiss Army knife right there. I like that. Okay, second team. We got Nate. We got Brad. We got Mitch. We got Bach. And we got Kevo. A lot of scoring.
Yeah, it's a lot of scoring right there.
Man, that's a tough team.
Yeah. Say that again.
We got Nate. We got
4.
We got Brad.
4.
We got Mitch.
4.
We got Bach.
4.
And we got Kevo.
4 like a mug in the playoffs.
Oh my God. That is a crazy team. Imagine having to go against that.
That's a lot of scoring. And shout out to Nate. This is his first season. He doesn't make second team, with his scoring ability.
Nate was killer.
Him and Mitch, Money Making Mitch. Mitch actually with Mo and Friend. He actually led the league in scoring for a good portion of the season until the very, very end. So shout out to those guys. But yeah. And I mean shout out to Kevo too because he had a huge playoff. Yeah, right. So no, it's a lot of scoring right there.
I'm interested to know what his numbers were in the playoffs. And then last but not least, our first team, we got Cam Hunter, we got Brandon Irwin, Chase Cobb, Eric Parrish, Adrian Miller. That's a hell of a team too. You got scoring, shooting, and then defending. You got 2 great scorers in Cam and you got 3 great scorers in Cam, Brandon Irwin, and Chase. That's 3 great scorers. And then you got Adrian playmaking. He's gonna find those guys. And then you got you got Eric playmaking. He's gonna find those guys. And then you got Adrian who can do pretty much everything on the inside.
Tough. Great. This is great top to bottom top 15.
Somebody say that second team might be better than the first team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If those two teams played each other,
that'd be interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised if the second team beat that first team.
Yeah.
You know, but we go by what you did during the season, and every season is different. Obviously, we have some huge snubs. You just want to kind of go over some of our snubs. Some big snubs that we have on here, man.
Oh man, I actually erased them.
You erased them?
Yeah.
I can just call out a few of them.
Yeah.
I think I got a couple of them written down here. You know, we got Alex Mars. I don't have him now, but
remember that one.
We got Alex Mars again, a former MVP, two-time MVP.
Jaden
Ross. I mean that's huge. Kozar had a really good season, efficient season. Should another Kyrie Irving. So we had some really, really good guys. Sweat. Sweat always makes at least a third team, at least.
Yeah.
He got snubbed. So we had some really good snubs, man, that I think they're very deserving, but it's hit or miss. It's more Kevin and Bird's fault.
Oh, here we go.
So, but everybody has a vote, and I'm just telling you, if you got on the short end of a vote, probably came from kids.
Y'all go back and watch that last episode. Remember, I was the one that didn't give out any zeros, so just put that out there.
AD got snubbed. Mike, pretty efficient.
I gave AD a 2.
Got snubbed. Man, it was so Barry had a really good season, especially down the stretch. Got snubbed. So it was some guys who have made all Cypress that did get picked. So Ellis, a huge one.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah.
Ellis Jones.
Ellis didn't make it.
That was on Verge, by the way.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there now. Me and Shaw had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, the media. The media is supposed to not. We're not supposed to post our. But in the NBA they do that too. But it's
yeah, we find out like way later.
Yeah, it's like discreet. Like
the guy who I think LeBron was supposed to win unanimous, and he voted for Melo.
Yeah, he voted for Melo. Yeah,
I like that guy. By the way.
But yeah, like those it's supposed to be discreet. So but it was pretty cool that you guys kind of saw how the process works for these teams. But yeah, Ellis Jones, another one who got snubbed. So but shout out to everybody who played. We appreciate you guys. But like I said, that top 15 they have a really, really good season.
So again, the all defensive teams will be coming on Instagram. Probably have it by this weekend for sure.
Probably Sunday.
Okay. Now for our individual awards, we have 3 to give out. MVP for this season is going to be Eric Parrish.
Yes.
Eric had a great season, man. He's a stat stuffer, man. And really, you look at his numbers, you look at what he's done, what he was able to do with this team. He was up for GM as well. I thought Eric could have been possibly up for defense as well. I thought Eric could have took all 3.
He did everything well.
Yeah, he was great this season. He actually led them to I think a franchise best at 7 and what they finished 7-3. So great season for him. Shout out to him. Great numbers. Eric's that guy.
He's a very deserving MVP. Swanson's another snub, by the way. Swanee. But yeah, Eric, well-deserved MVP. Swiss Army knife, does everything. Our Scottie Pippen of our league. He kind of doesn't get enough credit for all the things he does. But then you look at his stat sheet. Remember, I think last season he had like a 25, 20 rebound, 12 assist game.
Something crazy.
It's insane like that.
He almost had a 30 rebound game.
Yeah, he's had some insane numbers. He's continually done it season after season. So he might have felt like he got an MVP snub in past season, but took his team really, really far. Had an opportunity to get to the championship. Came up short in a great game. 2 classic playoff games by them, by the way. They had a 1-point win and then I think a 3-point loss. Yeah. So those guys being well deserved team. Like I said, he's the MVP, most valuable player.
Yeah. Now defensive MVP, we have Videx. We were kind of, we were kind of undecided on this one. I mean, it came down to voting, but we weren't sure who was going to win between him and Josh. I think Josh won last season, right? So the thing with Josh, with this season, Josh is going to always be in the running. I think he can stay in front of his man. When you compare the two, and Videx is something different, man. This dude, I've seen him take guys out of the game completely.
Yeah.
He doesn't foul. He doesn't foul.
That's pretty amazing.
He doesn't foul. He plays honest defense. He keeps his man in front of him. He changes shots. He does the little things. It's not, like I said, it's not always about steals and rebounds. Sometimes it's about having guys shooting percentage go down.
Yeah.
It's a next gen, next level stat that you have to look at. What was the shooting percentage when primarily guarded by Videx? Usually not good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And I think that was probably the thing that kind of got my vote. I saw him play high level, even in the semifinal game. Look, Chase ended up being the MVP of the finals. And I saw Videx kind of lock him up at points during the semifinal. And that's just kind of what he's capable of doing at times. And like you said, by playing honest defense, he does a lot of things defensively that you won't recognize because it doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Kind of like Bruce Bowen.
Yep.
Bruce Bowen never led the league in steals or blocks or anything like that. But you know Tony Allen, those guys. But you knew that they was locking guys up.
Yep.
You know, they weren't necessarily going to have the defensive stats, but you knew what they meant out there on the defensive end. So, yeah, shout out to him, very deserved defensive MVP. And you know what happens with Josh, guys like Josh, too? Josh is always in the running, so you get voter fatigue.
Yeah.
So we see a new guy up there, you kind of tend to kind of lean towards voting for the new guy.
And if you followed the league, you saw what he did.
Yeah.
He was killing it. Yeah. Okay, last but not least, GM of the year. This dates back to last summer to now. So it's a 4-season award. Got to go with Ricardo, man. Ricardo got it. 2 championships in that span. First undefeated season at 11-0. 2 undefeated regular seasons in that span. Just a great job, man, with putting the team together. I think Ricardo has, since he's changed his philosophy with being top heavy with talent and going with more guys that are, you know, they're the chemistry and they're a better team. Once he's went with that philosophy, it's worked out for him. I remember when I first said, I said, man, I like what he did with this team. That team was winning a championship. And then now he was building from that team, bringing guys that he's comfortable with before, and not adding in those ball stoppers and guys that can score at a rapid rate. So shout out to Ricardo, man. He deserved it.
Absolutely. I think
could have given that award to any of those guys on the ballot.
Yeah, well, I think between the chemistry more than anything else, I think chemistry. I think those guys are coachable. So you can see them fight and with each other. Like even today, Life was able to kind of get in guys' face and hold them accountable, and they didn't take it too personal. They took it personal and it showed up on the basketball floor.
Guys woke up.
The guys woke up, and so forth. I think Ricardo will be able to kind of pull guys to the side. And more this thing too about that, like you got a guy like Andrew, Chase, whoever. Guys are willing to get less shots in order to win. You don't get that, especially in this league, because we put stats up and everything else. Guys are trying to get there. Let's just be honest.
Looks nice.
The guys are trying to get there, and he's got guys to buy into let's win, fellas. And that's a big deal. And so
it's hard to tell a grown man let's win opposed to, them looking good.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
At the end of the day, it is, and like I said, at the end of the day, I would like to, but I'm not paying you guys to play here. So you come here and get your work, get that work, and get your stats in, you know. And so for him to kind of have guys sold on, you're gonna come here and you're gonna have a spot on the team like Andrew. Like I said, Andrew went from probably Hollywood get 15 to 18 shots a game to probably gets around 8 or 9 now, if that.
Yeah. So if that.
So again, he got guys like Rose and people like that, Cam. Guys who go if they play on other teams, if not be the man, they'll be one or two top options. They're just a piece of the puzzle. So Khalid. Khalid was the guy in the past.
The guy.
You know what I'm saying? And so he's just a part of the team now. He's a champion. So shout out to Ricardo. He's one of
He should have won a championship with that team he was with too.
Yeah, for real. Hey, they lost the championship. But yeah, shout out to Ricardo. He's been amazing. He just brings a lot to the league in general. This team, Hip Hop Roll, brings a lot to the league, and they're a very deserving champion. And I'm just happy that they continue to come back and put a good product out on the floor.
Okay, let's move on to trending. Our final topic of the night. We have we have 3 topics to talk about. And I don't want to talk about this, but we have to address it. The Houston Astros are not in the postseason. They missed about 1 game. The game I believe that they needed to have, they lost, and it was against the Los Angeles Angels. Lost to the Angels
last Friday.
Yeah, Mike Trout pretty much ended our season, 2 home runs. That was it. That was a done deal. Giving up 2 home runs to him. It's funny. I was talking about my homeboy Corey. He was saying how Mike Trout should be on this team.
I would say Mike Trout was washed, and then he did that.
Yeah. He should, but Mike Trout should be on this team. Like he's wasting his years in LA. Like, why are you still there?
Yeah, like, well, it's his fault at this point because you're choosing to be there.
He's getting the money.
You see, Otani got up out of there.
Yeah,
still got his money.
Still got his money.
You know, and so yeah, for you, you're choosing to be there at that point. Mike Trout's been to the postseason one time, I think.
One time.
12, 13 years. Mm-hmm. Like one time, actually longer now. I think might be 14 years.
That's crazy. Him and Otani on the same team, and they couldn't get him.
Him, Otani, it was him, Otani, and Pujols all on the same team at one point. And still was coming in last place in the
Show you how funny baseball is. That means their pitching staff must be god awful.
They're just not good. It's not a good organization. Sometimes, just like the Athletics, it's just not a good organization. No matter what players they have on their team, it's just they're gonna find ways to not be good.
Cincinnati Reds, another one of those. I was looking at. I was like, how did Cincinnati Reds make the playoffs? They won 83 games. We won 87. We're not in, and they got swept.
That's sad because the Reds throughout the 70s, 80s, and 90s had a good tradition of being a good baseball squad. I didn't realize they haven't won a playoff series. I think they said since 1995. That's right. Insane.
And I something about the Reds. Like when I used to play the baseball game, I would always pick the Reds because I like their colors.
Triple play.
I love their colors, man. Yeah. There's something about the colors, the logo, everything about the Reds is cool, but they can't get it together. Then they finally make the playoffs this year, which was weird. I don't know how they made it, but then they make the playoffs and they get swept. But this is about the Astros. Astros, you guys stink. I think they said the GM is going to be coming back, and he's on a short leash. So don't be surprised if we don't make it again. I'm kind of good on this.
Yeah. Well, I think they took a. Well, you basically over the last 4 years, you kind of let go of your top end players with Springer.
We're lucky to get Correa back.
Springer, Correa, Bregman, and Kyle Tucker. You know, they all. I mean, that's a lot. That's losing a lot. And now you did bring in some players. Here's the thing about it. The players they brought in worked up until July. Remember, we had the best record in Major League Baseball. I was about to say, we
were 20 games over 500. We had the best record in baseball, and then we don't end up making the playoffs. We got walked down by the Red Sox. The Red Sox were nowhere near the playoffs.
Forget the Red Sox. I walked down by the Mariners.
The Mariners. Yeah, oh, my God. Yeah, they weren't even in the conversation.
Yeah. And
they won like 20 in a row.
But that's the thing about it. It's kind of like our game tonight. You can't take for granted being good a lot of times. Because it's a long, especially baseball, it's a long season. Even in football right now. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, the Baltimore Ravens feel pretty good about their team. Now, like, your best players are hurt. Mm-hmm. So you can't take for granted being good. You can't take for granted winning games because you don't know. It was so many games this season. I remember the Astros blowing in the 8th or 9th inning over stupid stuff. Like, and that stuff catches up with you. But when you're 20 games over 500 and you are, playing above expectations, I think they kind of forgot that, like, we're pretty vulnerable. We're really not this good. We're just kind of playing out of our mind right now.
Don't forget about Fromber stinking it up.
And again, something happened. Like, well, him was August.
The whole summer, he never lost. He was 10-0.
Yeah, and then August hit. I don't know what happened. But I mean, that's even go for even Altuve. Altuve was hitting over 300, I think, in July. And then all of a sudden, August came.
260.
He got old all of a sudden.
He still led the team in home runs. No, I think what's his name? Chris Walker caught him, but he was right there though.
Christian Walker just wasn't. He never caught. It looked like he was gonna catch fire at one point, and then he just never did. He hit 30 this year.
I think he hit 2 home runs the last game too. Go figure, right? But it doesn't matter.
Right, it doesn't matter, right? With no pressure now, so now you're good.
Yeah. And did you see how they looked the last game? Oh, they look great.
Look great. No pressure. So but they do have a ability. You got the young fellow Cam coming back. Bryce Matthew. So you got a lot of young pieces that could possibly help you.
So what's the new guy that they got?
Oh, yeah, the lefty. What is that? Yeah, he came out, hit 2 home runs his first game. Cole.
Cole, yeah. Cole World. There we go.
Those guys. It's just the scary part now is Framber's probably gone.
He needs to go. I'm good. I'm glad he's gone.
Lance McCullough probably stinks.
Bye. He can go to. We keep Hunter, even though he didn't play good either.
Hopefully Eric Getty comes back and he comes back strong next season. Also, Christian Javier comes back strong next season. And at this point, Luis Garcia, even though he played 2 games he played in, he looked pretty good. Every time he pitches now, I just feel like his elbow's gonna fall You think about it. You sat 2 seasons to make sure your elbow, when you came back, your elbow was good. You made it through one game and one inning, and your elbow fell off again.
It's done again.
Like, which makes me believe he's probably ain't never gonna be right. We gave you 2 years to recover.
We need to let him go too. Just clean house, get some new pitching staff. We're a mess, man.
It might be something that they're doing medically though. How you have
that guy needs to go. Whoever that is,
how you got 4 guys with Tommy John surgery?
He needs to go.
And they're returning and their arms still jacked up. So we'll see, man.
Yeah. Sorry, we went on a whole tangent.
Yeah, no, sorry about that.
Robert Saleh. First of all, these professional coaches have been crashing out lately. I don't know what's going on with these coaches, man. Robert Saleh recently threatened head coach Liam Cohen after the 49ers game. I think he said, I'm going to paraphrase what he was saying. I'll F and kill you.
Yeah, he did.
I'm not the one to F with. That's basically what he said. Listen, these guys, and Robert Saleh, I think he's like, for the most part, he's a mild-mannered man.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen him get, I don't know how he acts with his players, but like when he's been,
He's a defensive coordinator. They're all crazy.
Yeah, defensive coordinator.
They're all insane. So he's a defensive coordinator. He's former head coach for the Jets. They let him go.
Back at his old job.
49ers. Yeah, that's where he was. Yeah, originally.
Defensive coordinator. Yeah.
But that's the thing. A lot of times when these guys, these coaches leave to go get a head coaching job, their coordinator position is probably gonna still be there, especially if they're any good. But it's a poor choice of words. That's what he said too. Was a poor choice of words. You think? You cursed and threatened the guy. That's pretty bad. So, like I said, these coaches been crashing out, man. Did you see the one with the coach that gave a lady the death stare? And he was pissed. He was mad. He was like, "You think so?" He just, hey, listen, y'all, coaches, y'all gotta tone it down a little bit, man. Y'all look bad out there.
Liam Cohen kind of has a slappable face though, so I can imagine, he probably did say something it didn't warrant being threatened, but definitely made you probably be like, I just want to punch him in his face. Yeah, like he kind of has that look.
Yeah,
and just like
a hole.
Yeah, like he kind of like gets on his skin, but again, in front of people though, it's really nice. Yeah, probably makes you even more mad.
Because you know.
Yeah, because you know. So yeah, I don't know, man. Remember Trevor Lawrence a couple weeks ago shrugged him off.
Yeah.
Or whatever. He told him, like, he said something to him, and Trevor Lawrence looked at him like,
whatever. He ain't gonna be here long.
Yeah.
they all end up going.
They all end up going. And they're 3-1 right now. Yeah. Which is crazy. And like the 49ers are also 3-1 right now. So it's kind of NFL. So they're 3-1. Both those teams are 3-1. Two bad teams.
And they're both terrible.
But you got teams like the Texans and the Ravens that are 1-3. It's just a weird season, man. I mean, the
early.
Kansas City too. They're almost 1-3. They're 2-2 right now. But they look bad through 3 games.
I think they're about to go on.
They might go on
a nice little run right now. Yeah. I don't know how long it's gonna last. I think they are gonna go on a run. Okay, in our last topic, we got Jonathan Kuminga signed a 2-year deal with the Golden State Warriors after a lot of tension. Damn near holding out. Seemed like it was an NFL holdout.
Yeah, they definitely looked like a holdout.
So, I mean, was it about 23 a year? Yeah, that 23 million a year. It's like close to 48, a little over 48.
So was he? He must have been restricted for him.
Yeah. Listen, I think he's still gonna get traded. I think the damage has been done.
Yeah, I think him and Kerr.
Yeah, they're not seeing eye to eye. Kerr does need him, obviously. You don't have enough. But Kerr is stuck in his ways where he wants them to play a certain way, and Jonathan Kuminga doesn't fit the mold of what he's trying to do. So he's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. I think he will get moved eventually. Where will he end up? Not sure. Maybe Chicago, maybe Portland, maybe a team that could use some firepower. Maybe Sacramento. We don't know. But I tell you what, I don't see him making it to the trade deadline with the Golden State Warriors. I don't see it.
Yeah, I think it's just I ain't gonna say completely a square puzzle piece and trying to fit into a circle or whatever the case may be. I don't think it's one of those situations, but he definitely doesn't fit with like okay. So this is how I've always felt about Steve Kerr. I think he's a good coach. I think he has 5 championships. I say he's a great coach. He has 4 as a coach. So I would say he's a great coach. But I do think sometimes style make fights a lot of times, and I think he has a. That's why I didn't necessarily agree with him coaching the Olympic team.
Oh my goodness!
Because I just felt like he wasn't going to utilize the size and different things. I think he likes to play small. He likes to have a small center who can facilitate and do a lot of different things. And so, I knew he'll have LeBron out there probably playing the 4 and the 5 a lot of times, facilitating offense and stuff like that, which is cool because it is hard to match up with, right? But it kind of leaves deficiencies in other places. It's going to kill your rebounding. If you play against somebody like Joker, he's going to kill you on the inside because you can't defend him. I'm not saying that anybody can defend Joker, but it's still, but you got a 6'8" guy, 240 pounds.
No chance.
He has no chance. And I just think that, like, Steve Kerr has a style sometimes that, like, this isn't going to be. It seemed like a great style when Golden State was younger and clicking at all cylinders, and they had, and it was new. Mm-hmm. But guess what? The NBA is a copycat league. We've caught up now. And he's still doing a lot of the same things.
Running the same sets.
And it's just not as effective, one, because the players aren't as good, and two, the NBA's figured it out a lot. And so now, you got a guy like Jonathan Kuminga, who can do, what is it, at the end of the day, he's a big guy who could fit, but he's not a facilitator. He's a 6'8" kid who could do a lot of things that probably Steve Kerr wants to, but he's a scorer.
Right, that's what he is.
He's a scorer. Okay? And I don't think with his skill set, it really matches what I think Steve Kerr is trying to do.
Steve Kerr probably think I don't need a score.
Yeah, like I want my bigs to be able to facilitate.
And I want shooters.
And I want my scores to be Steph and Clay and whoever else. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, no reason why Pods and people like that should get more shots to Kuminga. Those guys like
that. He was getting more minutes too.
He's getting more shots, more minutes. What's up, Buddy Hield? Yeah. Those guys shouldn't be getting more shots than.
But you gotta look at it. Shooters. That's what he wants.
That's what he wants. He wants probably Kuminga, a guy in Kuminga's case, to probably be who can score and should score, but also be able to facilitate and play small ball 5 and 4.
Put him in a dunker spot.
Yeah, and he's not that.
He's more dynamic than that.
He's more dynamic. He's a dynamic scorer. That's probably what he is, and he just probably doesn't fit what Steve Kerr goes to. It is what it is.
Wish you well, Kuminga. Probably won't be there. All right. Episode 281 in the books. This season is a wrap. Me and Sean are going to go on vacation. We will see you when we see you live from Cypress. I'm Johnny Gill.
Sean Ellis.
We out of here.